This episode is sponsored in part by PTZ Optics. Why need a cameraman when you can just do it yourself? Visit ptzoptics.com for more information. Hey guys, it's Friday, so it's time for the Retro Buzz, and we're going to have a good show today, even though this guy over here has a big scowl on his face. Oh, no, I meant the other guy in the corner.
Episode 69, baby. Glen Quagmire is joining us today.
Yeah, but he wasn't the one with the scowl on his face.
Giggity.
Also, we've got Mr. Douglas Smith in the house, as always. So we're going to have some fun tonight. We've got a lot of stuff planned for you guys. We've got some information for you guys. In fact, let's kind of roll real quick with that. We have, from At Games, actually, At Games has put out a competition that you guys can get in, and right now, if you guys go check it out, if they can get 1,000 members by July 4th on the ArcadeNet web Facebook account, and I'll show you guys that in a little bit. 10 lucky random winners will get a 1-month ArcadeNet code. And if they can get 2,000 members by September 6th, one lucky random winner will get a Legends pinball. And so Glenn, I know you don't have a Legends pinball yet. Maybe you need to get in on that.
Yeah, now's your chance to win one. Free 99 is always a good price to pay.
I don't seem to do very well in contests.
Well, if
go under a pseudonym.
Yeah.
People create fake Facebook accounts after they get kicked out of the normal accounts and they think they're sneaky. So
yeah,
you can do that.
Absolutely. And you just got to go over here like this, Glenn. You got to go over here and go into the Facebook group, ArcadeNet. You have to search for it because they don't have an actual name yet on here. They're slacking. If you guys look up here in the corner, I can't do it from the outside. But look up ArcadeNet Global Fan Page and go become a member of that. Now, there's also something. We're going to be giving away some stuff today. That's another good reason for you to come in. So
Quagmire is getting up close and personal there with you, Glenn.
Just a little bit, Glenn.
Right in my face.
Yeah.
You know what? God, Quagmire.
So we're going to give away a 1-month subscription of ArcadeNet, courtesy of At Games, tonight on the program. Now, what you need to do, you need to go join that group, and you also, there is a video on YouTube that I'm going to show you guys here in a second. You need to go over and like this video, subscribe to At Games while you're at it, At Games Gaming. You can find it. It's called the At Games Quarterly Festival and Prizes. You can't miss it if you go to At Games. Leave a comment down below as to why you should win the 1-month free trial from us. And then At Games is going to notify us tonight who the winner is of the 1 month, and we'll get that shipped out to you right after the show tonight. But guys, there's even a bigger giveaway we're going to do later on. Does anybody...
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Glenn's paying for it all, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, that's just it. He gave me his credit card earlier this week, so I was like, well, he didn't tell me. He just said to help him build a computer, right? He didn't say that couldn't help the community, right?
Yeah.
So that's why he's a little...
said that is the most important thing.
So what we're doing is we talked to Retrosoft Studios, and we are going to give away to one lucky winner tonight. Mr. Douglas has been working on a trivia question for you guys.
Yeah.
A winner to win for your choice of console, Retromania, if you have not gotten it yet. So you want to stick around later for that, because I think, Doug, you've been working on a tough one.
I don't know why you wouldn't have already got it. It's a fantastic game. But if for whatever reason you were waiting off into the sidelines, you were waiting for that girl to ask you to dance, here's that chance, because we're going to give you an opportunity to get it for free on whatever console system of your choice. So, yeah.
And so Michael Herman is down in Disneyland right now, Disney World. So so he said to me, he goes, He goes, just let me know after the show tonight. Send an email to me, and I'll get it over to Michael, and he'll ship you your code for whatever system that you want to play it on. So,
Slight disclaimer. Modern console. You won't be able to play it on your ColecoVision as much as I want to play it on there. It's not available.
yeah, sorry, Glenn. It's just not going to work. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
So there's some news that we want to talk about tonight, and Doug, why don't you kick us off with some of this here?
Okay, where are we beginning? I was thinking we could talk about the new game, the Space Jam game.
Okay.
Mainly just because it kind of came out of left field, literally 6 months ago. The Space Jam account, in conjunction with the new movie, said, "Hey, community, give us an idea for a video game, and we'll see if we can make it." And then 6 months later, lo and behold, it looks like they already put something together, which leads me to believe they already had something in the works. But looks like we're getting a Space Jam, a new legacy side-scrolling arcade-style beat-em-up action game. It's going to be exclusive to Xbox for a little while, so July 1st, if you got Xbox Game Pass, you'll be able to play this for free. And I think July 15th, it goes to the Microsoft Store, so you can play it on a PC after that. But, I mean, I'm a sucker for beat-em-ups. I'm a sucker for Space Jam and 90s nostalgia, so this is right up my alley. Obviously, we don't know if the new movie is going to be any good, but hopefully, I mean, a free game, side-scrolling beat-em-up, it's hard to pass that up. So I think a lot of arcade fans will be a fan of this.
I'm sure Glenn's going to be a little disappointed, though, because, again, can't play it on ColecoVision.
No. Yeah. Although I do have that Switch, but it's not going to play on that either. So
I don't know. It looks pretty good. I wasn't a fan of the first Space Jam game, and am I the only one that's a little bitter that they've got LeBron James on there, because I just think he's a big crybaby, and I would have rather seen like Kobe Bryant on there, and to basically put him in the same category as Michael Jordan. That just drives me nuts. Am I the only one that
no,
thinks
I
like
mean,
that?
there's a lot of people that don't like LeBron James and are in that exact same mindset as you, Steve. And LeBron James has kind of made an entire career out of comparing himself to Michael Jordan. He wears number 23 for a reason. He always wants to be in that talk of greatest player ever. And depending on your basketball, IQ, you may or may not agree with that. But yeah, I can see how that rubs people the wrong way. Kobe Bryant would be, an obvious next best choice for this, but who knows? They could have maybe offered it to him, and maybe he turned it down. We don't know why this came to be, but I'll take it. I mean, like I said, I'm a sucker for 90s nostalgia. I love the first one. Will this one live up to the original? Probably not, but that's just the way things go, especially with sequels and recreations. It's never as good as the original, but it's still easy popcorn movie to watch, easy entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be good.
Hopefully easy to watch.
Well, it's got Bugs Bunny in it, so you can't go wrong with that.
It does. I'm more of a Daffy guy. I was more of a Daffy guy myself, but yeah, can't go wrong with Bugs.
You heard it, guys. We didn't even have to say anything. He admitted it. He's a Daffy guy.
Yep.
But if you got an Xbox, like I said, July 1st, free on Xbox Game Pass, so worth checking out because it's not really going to cost you anything extra.
Well, let's again another caveat there. Any Xbox or an Xbox One?
Well,
Xbox
to be on Game
One, Xbox Series X, Game Pass.
But not a
whatever
360.
Game
I got a
Pass.
360. Can I play it on a 360?
No, you're out of luck.
You can try.
See,
you can
there we
try.
go. Thanks, Microsoft. Thank you.
Hey, listen. Just be glad your hardware still works. That's all I'm gonna say.
Giggity.
It's true. Yeah, you didn't get red ringed.
You didn't get red ring, so
I've been turned down like 3 times. I played Halo and then Gears 1, Gears 2, and that's it. So not much of a chance to get a red ring.
So I'm gonna put this comment up here really quick from Deputy Van Halen, and I agree with this statement. Michael Jordan wasn't a very good actor. Actually, they should have hired me, not me, but Deputy Van Halen. I would agree. He was a great basketball player, but acting is kind of like Hulk Hogan. In the beginning, Hulk Hogan was not a good actor.
Michael Jordan was much better than Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, when he did when he did the earlier
what are you talking
movies.
about, brother? You haven't seen Thunder in Paradise? That was Oscar
dear
nominated.
Lord!
Oh my God!
Him and Brudai. It was not. It was not a no.
Mr. Nanny, Suburban
That
Commando. I
Suburban
mean,
Commando was just. Oh,
these are all
But,
classics. I don't know. You guys are just maybe
no,
too snobbish.
no.
Like I went to film school, and I think those are just amazing films. So I don't know what you guys,
Well,
are coming from.
you know,
You're just
there
uppity
are
personalities.
there are sports players that can turn into actors. The Rock being the most recent. But look at Commando. The movie Commando. You had a lot of wrestlers in there, and Commando was a great film. Not
well,
Commando. I'm sorry, Predator. Predator. I'm thinking Predator, not
I was
Commando.
Yeah, it
like,
was
where are
like,
you
huh?
going with that? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it, but we'll see what happens going forward. What do we got coming? There's like a 25th anniversary, isn't there, Doug?
Yeah, so on Wednesday it was the 25th anniversary of the Nintendo 64, which makes me feel incredibly old. I distinctly remember the day it came out. I couldn't afford it, but I was able to rent it from like a local video store at the time. I think I paid like $30 or $40 and was able to rent the console for the weekend, and then rented Super Mario 64 and I think Pilot Wings, because I think that was the only games they got in when it first really released in my area. But mind-blowing console. I mean, the graphics, some people hated it, some people loved it. I was in the party of absolutely loving the graphic style of the Baki blocking, cell shaded type of stuff. The controller to this day still absolutely blows me away that made it to the production, because like whoever engineered and designed that controller must have been a hell of a salesman to be able to like go into a room full of businessmen and everything, like hold that up, because everybody, even if you don't know anything about video games, you hold up that controller and you show it to somebody, they're like, the hell is that? So I'm still amazed that made it all the way, through marketing, through resource, just every department in Nintendo before it finally got checked off and said, yeah, let's go with it. You hand that controller off to somebody nowadays, like a kid that isn't, familiar with Nintendo 64, and it's just like handing them a Rubik's Cube. Like they don't know where to put certain things, and like, how do I hold this? What is this torture device? I love that console to death. Had some of the absolute best, catalog of video games to this day. Maybe second to only Sega Dreamcast and Sega Genesis. The wrestling games,
anyway.
yeah, the wrestling games in particular are still absolutely the best of any system to date. Hold up absolutely well. I wish we could go back in time and recreate modern wrestling games with the Nintendo 64 style, because it was just perfection in my opinion.
And Doug, there was Prince Malcolm says, and no N64 Mini. What a shame. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's just not
obviously
ready.
Nintendo knows how to make money. It's just a matter of getting appropriate emulation, doing it right to where it's
Right.
not laggy or skipping around. I mean, they know everybody wants it, and it would sell in a heartbeat, and they could basically put any kind of stupid price tag on it, and people would flock to it. It's just a matter of technology and pricing for single board computers that are powerful enough to emulate Nintendo 64.
I agree with Jason
High
here,
is
too.
close, but it's still not going to, make it completely lag-free and good frame rate. Not that the N64 had good frame rates, for God's sake, but it's still not ready.
So, Glenn, since you're the godfather of retro video games, do you agree with Jason Tierney's assessment here as this is the worst controller ever made by a major company?
No,
the Xbox Duke.
No.
The original Xbox controller, it was like the size of a dinner plate.
No, not the worst controller.
What's the worst controller? What are you
voting?
Honestly, the worst controller for a video game, to play video games, was the Intellivision. That disc, that 16 direction disc, was horrid to use in any kind of game.
Yeah, he's right. It was hard.
It's just, I did a thing with the Atari 5200. People thought that was the worst. It's not. It breaks a lot. But the worst controller to hold and actually play a game with is an Intellivision controller. It was just, oof. You guys don't know. You're from a different generation. You think those are bad? Man, you don't know nothing.
I don't know. The N64, in my opinion, I thought was pretty bad. It was very clunky. It was hard to hold. You couldn't get comfortable with it. And I would agree. I have an Intellivision. I remember playing it. The disc, it was hard to do any kind of direction. But for these types of games, as advanced as they were, like, and you're trying to slide down with Mario and the Penguin and doing all this, it just, I don't know. It just feels clunky.
Well, it's designed clunky. The big problem was you couldn't use digital and analog, like you could do like an Xbox or PlayStation
because
controller.
it controlled
That was the weirdest thing.
cameras.
Why would they limit it that way? That was the weird part.
Sorry, I was just looking at the commercial there, and I was reminded the opening sequence of Mario 64 when you just got like his face there. I remember spending a good solid 30 minutes of just like playing with the ability to like stretch his face and everything when I first played the game for the first time. Like I hadn't even started the game. I was just like, oh my god, I can like warp his face and pull his nose and his mustache and everything. Right. I'm like, this is amazing. And then people are like, are you gonna play the game? I'm like, this is the game.
That was what was good about Nintendo when the gaming crash happened here in the States. It was stagnant, and Nintendo came around with just completely things like that, with Mario pulling its face, secret levels with Super Mario Brothers. We went up the top of the screen by the numbers. And honestly, an American game developer would not have done that. Yumachio and Yumachio. I'm Italian. I can't pronounce names very well, but the Nintendo guy who did Mario, you know what I'm talking about. Just so creative. And Nintendo, no matter how much they suppress so many other things in our industry, they're very creative. And when they do make something, generally it's a hit and it sells very well. And the love from that, I still want Donkey Kong though. I just want my original Donkey Kong arcade. Nintendo, please make that happen. I don't care what else you do.
Yep. And Dylan J here, he says was cool, so cool to play 4-player person multiplayer at
3 frames a second. Oh. Yeah, it was great.
Sure. GoldenEye, the wrestling games. There's a lot of great Mario Party, a lot of great, friend party games. My personal group, we were all addicted to WCW, NWO Revenge, and No Mercy, as well as GoldenEye. Anytime we got together, it was one of those 3 games in constant rotation, and friendships were gained and destroyed by what outcomes we saw in those games. I don't know how many times. I can tell you, we talk about how terrible that Nintendo 64 controller was, but I can tell you from personal experience and seeing it, it's rather robust, because I've seen many a friend throw that controller across the room into a wall in frustration because I got so many spears on them with Goldberg and WCW NWO Revenge, or I kept taking them out in GoldenEye in the facility with some, proximity mines. So it's a robust controller. It didn't fall apart.
Now I see Complete Geek TV's in here. Speaking of controllers, I'm really upset with those guys because Adam and I had an understanding.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys watched last week's episode and you have no idea what I'm talking about and you didn't see, go back and watch it. We had an understanding. Now Jordan might have pulled the ace card, but I was supposed to win that Xbox controller, and he went and gave it to Michael B. Which, Adam, how could you do that to me, man? How? I thought we had that agreement. Remember? Just saying. I'm just saying that. We have a new.
Should have got it in writing. Should have got it.
I should have got. We have a new segment that we're going to be introducing here, and that's a game of the week. And Glenn actually did a really good job put together his game of the week. But before we get to
Really?
Yeah, Glen must have been out. So
wow.
Glenn did a really good job putting this together. We're going to show you guys Glenn's game of the week here in a second. And each upcoming show, we're going to have somebody different do a game of the week so you guys can check out, maybe learn a little bit about that game. But I also want to let you know, listen, stick around for the show. We've got an At Games giveaway. If you didn't, get over there, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a comment on that video as to why you should win the 1 month of ArcadeNet. And also stick around because you get to get a game with us in it, with Retromania. So we're going to give a license of that away for any system of your choosing.
Just
tonight.
Seeing Doug do this is worth it.
It's worth it, absolutely. Just, it's what I'm known for, is just shaking my fist casually in the air.
Oh, here we go. This was all for posterity before we go to that. So Complete Geek TV says, do you actually think it's going to Michael? I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm picking it up. All right. But no, in all seriousness, congrats to Michael for winning that. Adam, we're going to have a little talk. Yeah.
Big question I have is, where's Michael going to fit the controller? He's got no room in that place at all.
Oh, I'm sure he'll find room. He'll make room. He'll have his kids sleeping in the bathroom if he has to.
You don't need this jewelry box, do you? Let's put this jewelry box outside, right?
Absolutely.
Yep, exactly. All right, so let's take a look at Glen's game of the week. Oh, nope, that's not it.
Okay, so what game have I been playing a lot this week? Well, this week I've been going back to the classics. I've been playing Stern's Scramble. Scramble is a side-scrolling shooter. It was a game released back in the arcades in 1981. Its original developer is someone you may know, Konami, but it was manufactured and distributed by Hedgehog in Japan and Stern in North America. It was the first side-scrolling shooter with force scrolling and multiple distinct levels. It was a commercial success, selling about 15,136 arcade cabinets in the United States alone, within 5 months of its being released in the arcades. It did actually have a sequel. Most people may be more familiar with the sequel, called Super Cobra. Now, Scramble back in the day didn't have a lot of ports on any of the major consoles. Scramble did appear on the Vectrex. Now, you were talking about a raster game on a vector machine, but actually it worked out pretty well. Now, there was a handheld version of Scramble by Tommy, but the shooting and bombs were just one button. You couldn't do separate bombs and shooting, but there was a much better port of Super Cobra by Entex. So it's really a phenomenal machine. Entex did a lot of good machines back then. Now, later on in life, Scramble did appear in some other forms. Most notably, Scramble did appear on the TI-9948 just a few years ago, and if you had the F-18A enhancer board, it really looked like the arcade game. It really was a really, really good port of Scramble. Now, Super Cobra did appear in a couple of consoles as well. But overall, as far as fun factor, Scramble is very challenging even to this day. It is a fun game. Your goal is basically to take your ship to fight off the Scramble invasion. And you have to basically get to their main base, destroy their base ship in the city, and then the levels will repeat. So it only got 4 levels, but again, it was the very first machine with that type of force scrolling in one direction and distinct levels and having the end boss. So this game, again, was released back in 1981, and of course you can play it these days in MAME emulation. You can still find the handhelds on eBay. They're getting a little bit expensive. The Super Cobra is probably the better of the two. There was one other home port I almost forgot about, and it was actually on the Entex Adventure Vision, but it was the Super Cobra, not the Scramble. But Super Cobra, it was done very well on a very primitive machine, the Entex Adventure Vision. So that's my game of the week. Tune in next week to see what Glen's playing next time. Until then, game on, everyone.
What can I say? I mean, Glen, you did a great job with that, and
I did. There's an Easter egg in there. I don't know if anyone saw it, but I had one Easter egg in there.
Oh.
I just want to applaud you for, first of all, picking a game that was in full color. So.
You were expecting Pong, weren't you? Because that was my bet.
I was expecting something in the gray and white and gray color scheme.
I should have put a black and white color filter on it, but I didn't do that. But the little Easter egg in there was something that Doug and I were talking about, where he says if you put some misinformation in a video, that people will comment and engage your video more to correct you how stupid you were.
Oh, absolutely. If you want more comments and more engagement, which is going to drive up the views and the suggestions and the YouTube algorithm, purposely say something incorrect, because those keyboard warriors will come out of the woods and say, actually, you're wrong. And they will comment so fast, so furious to try to correct you and just, stand up on their podium. So good job.
Right. So I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm going to post this video separately on my channel and see if you can find out the one piece of misinformation in the video. And the winner, I'm going to send you a GRS trackball. How about that?
Hey,
nice. That's good.
There you go.
Glen's in the mood for giving.
Santa Glen.
Yeah.
Well, I got Quagmire behind me. I'm just trying to cover my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Giggity.
Good choice. Good choice.
So there's another bit of news, and it involves my favorite furry little blue guy. Doug, what do we got?
Yeah, so like I said, Wednesday was the day of anniversaries, so it was the 30th anniversary of the original Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis. I mean, how do you say anything negative about Sonic? He's, you know, the icon of Sega. He purposely won them the console wars in the mid 90s. He was badass. He had attitude. He made Mario look like, you know, an overweight slouch. He was everything that the 90s were, with that over the top, you know, charisma and personality and attitude and everything. He was a super fast game. I mean, it still to this day blew my mind the first time I played it. I thought like something was broken with the system, because like, oh my God, he's going so fast, I can't keep up with this. How is this video game, you know, capable of doing this? So, you know, again, I feel super old that, you know, Sonic is 30 years old now, but, you know, gotta give it up for the blue guy. He's a absolute cornerstone of video game history.
One of my favorites. This was what drew me to Sega, seeing this, and then when the Dreamcast Sonic came out and you could barely keep up with Sonic.
Yeah, again, just so
ultimate.
Fast, frantic pacing.
That was the ultimate. Like, I thought that was the best. So I'm really kudos. What do we got here? No Zelda, Christmas and Sonic, Sega fanboy. Well, you gotta be, everybody's, if you like Mario, you gotta like Sonic, right? I mean, that's just a given.
Absolutely.
It's not Sega versus Nintendo. I mean, these.
Not anymore.
No.
Sega was.
It was.
Yeah.
Back then, it was a very aggressive campaign, Sega versus Nintendo. In the schoolyards, everywhere, you got 8-year-old kids like taking lunch boxes to the face over that. You know, don't you dare say Sega's better than Nintendo. No, I'm gonna hit you with this Transformers thermos.
I got me some blast processing, baby.
Did you really?
Know about stereo sound, headphone jack.
Yep.
I don't know.
But it does show that even companies that had such animosity to and fight against each other get along these days. Just give it time.
Well,
and a market crash for a company.
I don't know how much time you can really give them. Well, I mean, you were TurboGrafx, so you liked Bonk, but did you, at the time, did you feel the same way about Sonic that you did about Bonk, or was Bonk like your top guy, Mario fell second, and then Sonic was
third? I'm going to be honest. Out of the three, Sonic was my favorite.
Okay.
Then Mario, then Bonk. I mean, I like TurboGrafx because it was the underdog. It really was an underdog system. But, you know, I had the Sega Genesis. Mine came with Altered Beast. You know, mine didn't come with Sonic. But when I first played Sonic, the soundtrack was fantastic. You know, it had good play mechanics. But I'm going to be completely honest. After the first Sonic, all the other Sonic games on the Genesis were kind of the same thing, just run that way, and got kind of boring for me. But the first Sonic game, you know, just watching him stand there, do this, and tap his feet when we weren't doing anything, it was attitude. That was the 90s, and that was Sonic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I liked it.
Central 90s.
Yes.
Yep. And we have something else, I guess, that we got some arcade news, right? We've got our friends over at Arcade 1UP, Doug. What do we got with that?
Yeah, so we talked about this weeks past, and you know, the leaks and the rumors and things like this. But we actually got to see the official, I guess you could say official, even though it had no official like correspondence or like news press release or anything like that. But we got to see the unveiling of the Arcade 1UP Pac-Man projector cade, something that was rumored on those, you know, SKU listing leaks a while back. But here it is, surprise to no one. It is a Pac-Man themed machine. Has a projector on it, has a control deck up top, basically a standing podium. We were all, you know, very questioning what this would look like, how it would be put together, and now we know it's, you know, essentially a projector at the bottom. It does have some tilting back and forth, and it is a standard Arcade 1UP control deck up top, and that's all you can really say about it. But it is for sale right now on QVC's website, $399. And was it 96 cents, 99 cents? I don't know. Are they doing the Walmart pricing?
96. 96
yeah,
cents.
96. So they're doing the Walmart pricing. So save 4 cents, under $400.
You know, but conspicuous by its absence.
I have a home theater. I thought I was going to be excited for something like this, even though I have a projector and everything. But after seeing it, I'm just, it's not for me. Maybe somebody else out there, but not for me.
Well, can I ask you guys something? Where's the headphone jack?
Probably on the projector.
Well,
maybe on the projector.
Maybe, because they're making everything coming out of the control deck. So I was just kind of curious as to why they didn't.
That'd be my bet.
Okay.
Stay on this picture. So I want to.
Yep.
And this is me hypothesizing, even though I'm just going to go out on a limb and say I'm 99% accurate on this one.
Okay.
This is a rebranded Asus projector. So this is currently for sale on Amazon for $79.97. So that is this projector. If you buy it on Amazon, it'll cost you $80. It comes with a white case. Doesn't obviously have the Arcade 1-Up branding on it. But one thing we can't tell from these QVC pictures is the connections. I can tell you the connections on the back of that $80 exact identical projector has 2 HDMI connections, has 2 speakers on each side, has a USB connection and a headphone jack. So if you want a headphone jack, it is on the back of the projector. You do have HDMI inputs as well as a USB input there. So that is, something to look for. It does have that keystone adjustment. So one thing on their little promo video I noticed, I'm sorry, it was just really poorly done. There's nothing I could say about that promo video other than that it was really poorly done. They have Pac-Man and the image is like, cropped in. It's like super skinny at the bottom, but it's super wide at the top. That's, if you don't know anything about projection or projectors, that's what that keystone knob is for. So you can level it out to where it looks straight up and down. It doesn't look all wonky like it's going through an hourglass. But even if you go down and click on one of the images of the stock photo of everyone's playing the game looking way too excited. So there's that one and there's the other one for the front view. Go to the front view.
Okay, let me get that one.
That one, yeah.
That's kind of creepy.
First of all, yeah. And I'm sorry. I know somebody worked hard to put this promotional video together for them, and obviously QVC is a much different demographic and audience than what we're normally speaking to. But first of all, that guy is way too excited to be playing Pac-Man or Galaga. Second of all, he's hitting the player 1 button. He's not even hitting the action button. So if you go back to the front shot.
Hang on, I'm playing the video here.
Oh, you're playing the video.
I'm playing the video. Let's see what.
Watch these people get super pumped for this game. Like.
And Zohar said that this is the $499 version. Is there different versions of this?
I mean, the retail price is
it's $499, but they have it for $399 right now on QVC.
$399 is the price. That's what QVC.
Look at this.
Yeah. But look, he's hitting.
Wait.
We got 1 button as if it's the action button.
Wait. Let's go back to that. Let's replay that.
Or like I said, or you can just go on the image there, that standing image from the front.
This one here.
Yeah. So yeah, he's got his hand on the player 1 button, like he's just going to town. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm so into this game."
Yeah,
but
that's
you're not hitting an action button, guy. So I don't know how well you're doing, but
look at him. He's just like hitting anything.
Yeah. If you're gonna be playing this thing that intensely, you're gonna have issues with that image going all over the place, because that was one thing I was concerned. I didn't know what this was going to look like when we were talking about the rumors of it existing in the back. I was like, well, how does this work without, a stable surface or anything? How do you prevent your image from bouncing around? You don't if you play like this guy. It's unavoidable.
Right. Like Doug said, he's got a projector. I got a bunch, and I'm well known for doing video games on the side of the house. Mm-hmm. And the console or my joystick is not attached to the projector for that very reason. If I'm sitting there going, the joystick like this, it's like an earthquake on your game screen. But I will say, at least I take my hat off to them for trying something different. I'm not sure if 2500 lumens will be enough, but if the room's dark, it'll probably be okay. Again, it's something different. I would have liked a different game other than Pac-Man. I'm gonna be honest. Mm-hmm. I agree. And I've also read, are they Pac-Man decals? Like you put them on yourself? I heard some people saying that.
Yeah, it says something like that in the fine print of the listing, and it also says like room for other decks, and there's like some slotting, like you could slot in different control decks, so it alludes to interchangeability. Whether or not that means you have to buy a $100 control deck, a $200 control, like who knows what that transpires to in the future, but it does suggest some sort of interchangeability. But I'm like you, the 2500 lumens. Yeah, you're gonna need about 5,000, honestly, unless you're just in a pitch black room. It'll work, but it's. Right. I mean, you're gonna have to have low expectations. It's definitely not gonna be home theater quality by any means, and that's what kind of makes me go, yeah. When you got a $400 price tag for an $80 projector and a Pac-Man control deck.
Other big concern is that some of these low-end projectors have some quality problems. How they're going to handle, potential returns or exchanges on.
Well, that's on
projector.
QVC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know what QVC's return policy is, but I imagine it's
But
accommodating.
Where did they get the game list from? I mean, Xavius, Rolling Thunder, Dragon Spirit.
Mm-hmm. They spelled spirit wrong too.
Yeah, they did. They put spurt.
Spurt. Yeah.
Look, we'll put it up here. Hey, there's your Easter egg.
Quagmire's here. He likes that word.
Spirit. I think maybe that's redneck. Maybe they're doing it. Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
like
it's still a good.
It's them trying something new.
Yeah. I can't take away from that on that. It's I enjoy using projectors. Doug does too. You play games that way. They're very fun. At least they're trying it. We'll see how it goes. Worst case scenario, pick it up on QVC for $50 later, and there you go.
Yeah. And as much as we kind of dog on it, there's going to be people out there that love that thing. Like we kind of talk silly about the giant joysticks. Like I don't understand that. It's a gimmick. Yeah, I understand that. But there's probably people out there that think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. They're like, every time somebody comes over to their house, they're like, oh my God, check out this giant Atari joystick I got. Isn't it so cool?
Yep.
As long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters. Who cares what the fucking heads on the internet say?
Why are we at Glen Quagmire's house with this giant joystick? What's up with that?
Oh, that's dangerous.
But you're right. He makes a good point that, again, for the people who are on QVC, which, for understand, that's the only place selling it right now, that group of people, older grandparents, oh, that'd be great. My grandson will love that. My granddaughter will love that. And they probably will. So you got to take it
kid's not gonna
for
care
what it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not really interested in it. I mean, I've seen a lot of guys do that with the Legends stuff and put it up using projectors with the Gamer Pros and the Gamer Minis, and that's great for them. Some guys are putting it on their, their garage or something. Like I thought about getting a projector, so when I'm sitting in the swimming pool on a raft or something, put a movie up there in the middle of the night and just chilling. But I wouldn't put a video game out there; you'd ruin it or something. But still, I mean, I get it. It could be pretty cool as long as you, like Glenn said, as long as you can get it dark enough. That's the key, And
your backyard's got like a street lamp or something near it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna struggle.
Here's a good comment.
I purchased a ton of projectors for like Halloween and stuff like that, and a low quality projector is better than nothing. I mean, even if the room's got some light, they're usable. But I also worry about the quality itself. Is it too soft? I mean, video games, you have the nice sharp lines. It could be very soft in its image. And like Doug said, the keystone is adjustable to a point. And how loud is it going to be?
Yeah, those fans tend to, I mean, especially if you're using those built-in 5-watt speakers or something like that, and you're trying to have a party, which, I'm sorry, to go back to this promo video, but I always key in on the weirdest things in these type of things. The room they're playing in is so creepy because it's a dead empty room with luggage in the corner. Like, I don't know if you guys are just there for the weekend and you guys are shooting a horror film and somebody's going to get killed by the end of the, the promo video or what's going on, but where's your furniture?
Well, I think it was just all aesthetics, right? They wanted it dark so that way it shined really good on the wall. It's not believable. I mean, obviously, Complete Geek TV says if you look at the best home theater projectors, most are $2,500 and lower, or $2,500, excuse me, and yeah, lumens and lower. But once again, these have amazing contrast. Higher lumens are usually, and then it cuts off. Sorry, but and he's right. It's a lot more
higher
money.
lumens are usually business projectors for office. Yeah, and it's also another one of those kind of questionable things too. It's just like TV companies with their contrast ratios. Like they come up with their own version of a contrast ratio number and spectrum. There's no like unified thing. They're like, ours is 1,000,000 to 1. Ours is 160,000 to 1. Like every company has a different justification of what their verification and standards are. Same things with lumens. Like there's several different variations of what people qualify and quantify their lumen rating as. So you always got to read the fine print because 2,500 lumens from this company and 2,500 lumens from this company are not always going to be the same.
Doug is absolutely right. Valid point. Doug, he's a smart guy. He's good looking. He's smart, and he's married. Sorry, ladies.
Let's just nip that in the butt. I got a reputation to uphold about not knowing crap about what I'm talking about. So,
so let's kind of shift gears here a little bit and talk about. I think it's PlayStation 4 and Switch. What do we have? It is the Takeover game. Is that?
Yeah. So there's the Takeover, which it's been out for a little while, digital form only, but it is essentially, if you like Streets of Rage, if you like Streets of Rage 4, this came out before Streets of Rage 4, so this was kind of like your appetizer, so to speak. But it's a fun side-scrolling beat 'em up. You got new modern visuals. It's got a unique combo system, so it kind of stands out from the crowd of the standard side-scrolling beat 'em ups. But it is now available through limited run games for a physical release. So if you want a PlayStation 4 or a Nintendo Switch copy of this, now's your chance, because everybody on this panel, we all love physical media. As much as I enjoyed playing this game through Steam, I'm still going to buy it for my Nintendo Switch just because I like that physical copy.
Can't wait to see it.
What?
Yours is different. It doesn't matter though if Glenn gets it on physical copy or digital, he'll still get beat in it because Glenn does not do well with fighting games at all.
No, I don't.
It's a beat 'em up. All you have to do is smash the buttons.
It doesn't matter.
An assault rifle.
It doesn't matter.
We played that game together. We played the beat up together, and
Glenn gets annihilated. Like we tried the fighting game, he gets beat. So we're like, okay, let's try the. I forget what it was. It was 64th Street. Is that what we played?
Yeah.
It was just sad because
then
both you guys
he got
said
his
you
butt
didn't even
kicked.
touch your controller, and I was dead.
Yeah, he got his butt
embarrassing.
handed to him in 64th Street. So we kind of steer away from those with Glenn. But yeah, it does look really good. It's got that comic-ish look to it.
Yep. Absolutely.
So what's the retail on this going to be for? Do you know?
So you got the limited run. They do their tiers. There's like just the game, which is I think $35, and then you can get like deluxe for $60. And there's always like some all the bells and whistles version that's over $100. But if you just want the physical release, I think it's going to cost you $35 or $39. So just normal.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's not bad. And then we have finally. I know a lot of people have been asking. They said something about Mario Golf.
Yeah, so right? I went out to the store and literally got it not too soon before the show started. Haven't got a chance to play it yet, but this is one of those things like I don't get excited about a golf game, but you throw in the Mario and the Nintendo personality to it, and they put little twists on it. It gets me excited about it. Like same thing with like Mario Tennis, Mario Soccer, was the baseball sluggers, super sluggers, something like that. Every single time they put out a sports game, I'm always in on it just because. Like I said, they add their own little tweaks and their characterizations to it, and they just add a little more flavor to it, so to speak. And I'm excited to, crack this open and play this after the show.
And isn't there other features to this too? That like you can play other games with it. It's not just golf.
Mm-hmm. You play other games. There's different modes. Like you can do it like a race where like you and 3 other people are like playing simultaneously, and like you hit the ball, and then you literally have to run. And then go hit it, and it becomes like a timed event, as well as how quickly and how well you can get your score on the course. So it gets that that blood pressure up because you're like, oh my god, I gotta go. I got that anticipation. I gotta move. I gotta hit the ball, but I also gotta be accurate. So it's fun.
Well, I'm gonna have to pick this up then because and I don't have a trailer for it, but I'm gonna have to pick this up. But also, Tony Hawk came out today too, right? 1 and 2.
Yes, I've absolutely loved it. So I have it on my PlayStation 4, and I bought it again on PlayStation 5 just to see how the 4K 120 frames per second looked, and I love it to death. I'm excited it's finally out on the Switch because it's a phenomenal remaster and remake of the original first 2 games. It looks amazing. It plays amazing. Has like 85% of the original music and soundtrack from the first 2 games, so it's right at my nostalgia.
I've been debating just because getting it on PlayStation 5 or getting it on the Switch because when you get this game for Switch, the Mario Golf, why not get the Tony Hawk for PS5 since there's not really a lot on PS5 right now. That's
very true.
So I don't know. I might have to look into that and see. Pick that up. We know Glenn's not going to pick any of them because he didn't even take his Switch out of the wrapper yet.
Nope. No, he's still waiting for that, Smithsonian donation.
You know when he'll open it? When they discontinue the Switch. That's when he'll open it.
And then I'd be like, can I get this game on there? Like, nope, you can't get the game on there. And then why have the game?
Sitting there waiting and waiting.
He's playing that long game. He's trying to, till his deathbed. He's going to sit there, and they're like, Dad, here's your phone. Who are you going to call? And he's like, I don't want to call anybody. I'm trying to list this Switch on eBay.
Well, you two should be
flip it
very
for
thankful
profit.
I don't play it. This way you'll get a very pristine console when I'm 6 feet under, or in a jar, whatever way I go.
Dylan J says Nintendo does a great job with these simple gameplay with characters we love.
Yep, it's all you want. It's all you need.
Yep.
Let's see here. Reviews all over the place for this.
I mean, you should know what you're going to get. You're going to get a golf game with Mario characters. So, like, if you went into it expecting something else, then obviously you're maybe going to be a little bit disappointed. But
so I'm trying to figure out. Zohar said that IGN gave it a 6 out of 10. Is he referring to Tony Hawk, or is he referring to the Mario Golf? Because everybody I've seen with Mario Golf, and I'm not a golf fan by any means, but I like Golden Tee, and I play that. Everybody that I've seen so far, even on Facebook, has said that the Mario Golf is fantastic. So
I'll let you know.
I don't know.
To be continued.
Yeah, let us know in 2 weeks. So, wow, video.
Well, hang on. So since we're still on the topic of Nintendo and we're talking about Zohar is kind enough to be offering the community a $20 Nintendo eShop gift card. So we're going to be doing a little trivia, and this is 100% sponsored by Zohar, so thank Zohar in the chat. But the first person that correctly answers this trivia question from Zohar will get you a $20 Nintendo eShop gift card. So once we pick the winner, I'll just connect with you on Facebook or something, private message, and we'll make sure you get that code. But make sure everybody's ready.
Are you ready?
Paying attention, focused.
I think we're ready.
Here's Zohar's Nintendo trivia question for the $20 Nintendo eShop grand prize. Nintendo GameCube had a nickname given to it during its development. What was the GameCube's code name during development?
Oh, that one's easy.
It's Zohar's question. He's
That's
feeling
okay.
generous. He wants to give.
No. I'm just saying, if you guys don't get that.
Well, a Sega fanboy might know it. A Nintendo fanboy would.
No.
No.
And it looks like Prince Malcolm.
Come through already?
That's the first. Make sure I'm right. Anybody verify?
I'm just waiting for my comments to catch up because it takes a little bit with YouTube.
648. Prince Malcolm's the first one I saw.
Okay.
Congratulations, Prince Malcolm. Hit me up on Facebook, or you can email me at cooltoy_23@yahoo.com and thank Zohar because you are the proud owner of a $20 Nintendo eShop gift card. So, round of applause.
So I think for next time, Prince Malcolm, you and I need to be a partner on Rexer's show for taking
trivia.
the title for the trivia, because it seems like every partner I get, or if I have to have pinch hit, they let me down. So I'm just throwing that out there. Let's do real quick, because we're going to have to wind down the show here in about 10 minutes. Let's talk about the giveaway for Retromania. Like we talked about, there's a lot of YouTube influencers that are in this, in the Too Many Games arena, so you guys can play that. But there's a lot of DLC content that's coming. The NWO arena is, or not the BWO, excuse me.
BWO, yeah, there you go.
BWO arena is coming
as
to
well
that.
as some DLC wrestlers.
It's going to be pretty awesome. So, Michael Herman was really nice. He's the owner of Retrosoft Studios. He was really nice. I reached out to him just to try to get a single code. So this, I'm telling you this for a reason, to give to you guys as a giveaway, since we promoted this way back when. When they first were talking about this, we had him on the show, and everybody's like, "Wow, they're coming out with a wrestling game." So he was kind enough. I wanted one for you guys. Michael goes, "Nah, we're gonna give 5 licenses away."
Generous man.
If you don't win it tonight, don't panic. Over the next 5 shows that we do, we're going to give 1 license away for every show. And if you don't win the 1 month free of ArcadeNet, we have 3 licenses for that. So again, At Games was kind enough to give us 3. So we'll give 1 away tonight, and then in 2 weeks when we come back after the holiday, we're going to give you guys another chance to win these. So we got to make sure. And Doug, wrestling fanatic himself, you have a trivia question that has to do with wrestling to win Retromania.
It's true. I am a wrestling fanatic. In fact, that's why I have this scratch in between my eyes, because I was wrestling last night and I got an elbow to the face, and yeah. So wrestling's dangerous, kid. It is dangerous, especially with the wife. Yeah. But yeah, so the trivia question. So the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, that is the prominent title in Retromania Wrestling. Please tell me, who is the longest reigning NWA World Heavyweight Champion of all time?
Ooh, I think I have an idea of that, but I'm not 100% sure.
And if you know anything about wrestling history, you should know this.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Moves,
yeah.
Patented and named after him. Stone Cold Steve Austin was a big fan of doing one of his moves specifically.
He was also in the WWE, wasn't he? Back when he was WWF, I guess. We're talking. Wow, that was.
There we go. Dylan got it. Luthez.
Dang, that was an easy one, Doug. Come on.
It's not an easy
one.
If you know wrestling history, it's easy. But
okay.
If you're a casual fan, because Luthez is an old timer.
I'm just kidding.
Trying to be rude.
Who got it? Dylan?
Yep, Dylan got it. Luthez, a.k.a. Aloysius Martin.
Aloysius.
That's his, driver's license name. Now you can understand why he'd go by Lou.
All right, so since I think I made it overcomplicated for the at games,
I can 100% vouch that you did.
Listen,
you have to make it as silly.
I know. I'm trying to help them out, by trying to get.
As a person that has uploaded over 500 YouTube videos, and almost every single one of them says,
if comment,
you want to buy this product,
yeah.
No, I don't say that. I say if you want to buy this product, the link is in the video description box below and in the pinned comment. And 9 times out of 10 is where can I buy this is one of the first 10 comments I get. So
yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, Doug. I watch your videos. I can't help it. I have to ask the question.
But okay, so we'll come up with. Let's see if Doug or Glenn can come up. Let's throw it in Glenn's lap here, since he is the godfather of retro games, and since At Games does a lot with retro games. Doug or Glenn, while I talk about this next thing, think of a good trivia question. Not easy.
Now,
not
on
easy.
the spot.
Right on the spot. So think of something. Guys, while you're waiting, please go over there and go to the ArcadeNet Global fan page. Listen, the closer we can get to 2,000 gets you a pinball table. That's why I'm pushing this so hard. I want to see At Games give you a pinball machine, okay? I don't know about you, Doug, but I love my At Games pinball machine.
Glen hand deliver it.
Oh, well, we could arrange that. We could talk to the folks over at At Games and see.
He's been doing the Stevie Richards fitness. He's been working on
biceps.
Look at it. Look,
I want to see him, just carrying that pinball machine on his shoulder. Here you go.
Look at that. That wasn't there before. That is new.
It's not a tumor.
That's not a tumor. All right. Glenn, do you have a trivia question for them? Because it has to be retro.
And I'll give one.
Okay, all right.
I'm not sure how hard it's going to be.
Okay.
I mean, it's not hard to me, but what was the first handheld, battery-powered console that accepted video game cartridges, ROM cartridges?
I think I know that one.
Okay. Looking in the chat.
Let's see what the chat room says.
Survey says...
Oh, Jason Tierney's comments from before. He says pinball. Pinball! Yeah, that wasn't the handheld.
No.
Yeah, the comments are just catching up for me, so I apologize.
Yeah.
And
nope, it is not the Atari Lynx. Although, great console, first one with color.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, not the Nomad.
Think back further.
Awesome, by the way. Nope,
is it
not the Game Boy?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, it's just no. Wow. I'm surprised.
Oh, I'd forgotten about the N-Gauge. Oh my God, what a failure!
Nope. You're supposed to forget about Doug. Don't mention the N-Gauge. Don't bring it back to the forefront.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hey,
nope,
Glenn.
It's not the Magnavox Odyssey.
Glenn.
It's not the Game Boy.
Does it happen to be? Does it happen to work with a? Or wait, let me put it this way, because I don't want to give it away.
Nope, no hints. You can't hint these people.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah.
Nope.
They got to earn it.
Not the Sega Game Gear.
No, think back further, guys. Come on, go back further.
Think back to the Stone Age, the pterodactyl era
not
of
the
video games.
Stone Age, but
Pterodactyl era.
Pterodactyl, man.
Sounds hideous.
Wow. and listen, Doug, you said make this stupid simple. Way to go, Glenn.
Nope, not the 2600, not the Magnavox.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
It comes right up.
Your average gamer playing cards. That was one, but didn't have a ROM cartridge in there.
Ooh.
Now, we may go into overtime here.
It's not looking good.
Come on, guys.
Jason's handing out a bunch of hints here.
Google's your friend. Come on.
Google's everybody's friend.
Come on.
There we go. Zero Hero hit it. The Milton Bradley Microvision was the very first
good job
device that took ROM cartridges. And a fun fact to add to that, the machine didn't have the processor. It was in the game cartridge. So the game cartridge is almost as much as the console itself, because it had to have its own processor as well as the ROM in the cartridge. But that is the correct answer. He wins.
Zero Hero. Go ahead and send me an email, or if you're friends with me on Facebook, hit me up on Facebook. My email, steve@thetechbuzz.net. Just send me an email, and I will send you that code. What is he doing?
He's talking
I
to
said
his
he
robot
Googled it,
assistant.
and Google came up with, and popped up. No, they spy. These AIs are listening all the time. They're going to kill us all.
No worries. I'll always be around to listen.
Oh, she'll always be around to
trying
listen.
to assuage your, fear. It's like, no. Don't worry. I'm here for you, Glenn.
Well, so make sure, Zero Hero, make sure you either email me or hit me up on Facebook, and I'll get you that code. I have it. And then, guys, don't fret. We still got 4 more licenses over the next couple of weeks that we can get you your wrestling fix, if you will, from Retromania. And we'll get you more of these codes from that games so we can get moving and get this to 2,000, because I want to see one of you guys get the pinball machine, because it's awesome. But guys, next week, 4th of July weekend, we're going to take it off, spend time with our families, especially now that the pandemic is winding down. People are getting vaccinated and able to go out and enjoy life. Go out and enjoy the time with your families. Don't sit at home, play video games.
Blow out to the finger.
Go out to the beach like Glen, or
fingers.
Blow up your finger like he did, and go spend that time with your family and friends that you couldn't do before. And we'll be back the following week.
Yep. Yes, we have a special guest.
Is it the following week, or is it the week after?
July 9th.
Okay, so that would be the following week. Yes.
We're going to have New Wave Toys is coming on with the special announced console that they haven't announced before, I suppose. But they're also bringing on a special guest. So New Wave Toys is coming on with a new console and a surprise guest.
Do you think we could
here
bend their arm and twist their arm to see if maybe when that specific console comes out that maybe they'd give one to a random person in the chat room? Do you think we could
I think they're going to actually announce the console 2 days prior, so we will know. But we'll act surprised on the 9th.
But I mean, we could get them to give one to somebody in the chat room if they
I am sure I can work that out, but I don't know if they have any yet. It might be,
Oh, then they gotta wait a little bit. It's okay. Yeah. I'm sure that they'll wait up.
Gotta wait now. Yeah. Gotta wait now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Douglas Smith, youtube.com/cooltoy. Make sure you guys go check it out. And also Mr. Planamento, youtube.com/gplanamento. Make sure you go watch that video to find out what that Easter egg is so you can win a trackball.
Yep, I'll put in the comments. The first person to email me at glensretroshow@gmail.com will win a trackball.
Awesome. And guys, I'd encourage you, a lot of you guys out there that are watching this show are really getting into content creation, doing live shows and things like that. I encourage you Thursday nights to tune in at 6 p.m. Eastern for Broadcast Now, a show that I do with some of my broadcast colleagues, where we go into the ins and outs and some of the basic stuff that have to do with broadcasting and live streaming to make your show or your live stream on the internet that much better. So if you're interested and you're not sure where to start, you can definitely tune in, and we try to give you valuable tips on cameras, microphones, ways that you can set up your stream, and even structure your show if you like, kind of like what we did tonight. There's ways of doing that. So we'll be doing that every Thursday except for next Thursday. So make sure you guys tune in. And guys, have a happy 4th of July. We will see you next time. Keep it buzzing.